Hello guys, it's Adheesh here. Welcome to C16 by Learn Things. So in this video we're gonna make a program using functions. Okay, so we will make a function for swapping two numbers. We will take input of two numbers from the user and then we will swap them. So let us write a function for that. On the top of the main, okay, there are two methods which I know for defining functions. On the top of the main, you write signature of function like void swap. As we have to swap two integers, we will take input of two integers n1 and n2. So the input parameters are two integers and the return type is void and function name is swap. So you write semicolon here. This is just definition of function, and you will declare your function here void swap int n1 comma int n2, and inside this parenthesis you will write your statements here. Okay, there is one more way which I use is you write your function here only void swap int n1 comma int n2. You don't write semicolon here and you just give those parentheses here and write your code here or statements. So I prefer this method, so let's just delete this one. Okay, so in our main we will tell user to enter two integers to swap. So let's declare two integers that we will take from user. Okay. Let's write a and b here, and let's scan those numbers. Scanf %d ampersand a comma ampersand b. Okay, now we have scanned those two integers, and here you will write the code to swap those numbers. So we have integer n1 here and integer n2 here. We have to put value of integer n1 to integer n2 and value of integer n2 to integer n1. Okay, we can do it like n1 is equal to n2 and n2 is equal to n1. Okay. But the problem here is when you put value of n2 to n1, the value of previous value of n1 which is to be put to n2 is erased and n1 now holds value of n2. So both n1 and n2 holds value of n2. Okay, let's say for now n1 is 1 and n2 is 2. So since n2 is 2 and we have said n1 is equal to n2, so n1 is also equal to 2 now, and n2 will again become 2 only, but we want n2 to become 1. So what we will do is, before storing n2 to n1, we will save this value of n1 in a temporary integer. So let us declare int temp stands for temporary, and we will say temp is equal to n1. Now we have stored value of n1 in a temporary variable, so we don't care if value of n1 is lost because we have it saved in our temporary variable temp for savior. So now we will put this temp value in n2. Yes, now it will swap those two numbers because we have saved the value of n1 to temp before writing another value to it. So n1 is now 2, and since temp is n1 which is 1, n2 is 1, so we have swapped those value. Let us print those value. Printf n1 is equal to Okay, let's tell user this is after swapping. N1 is equal to 1 and N2 is equal to 2. Okay, no, I'm not supposed to write it like this. N1 is equal to percent D and N2 is equal to percent D. So N1 is equal to N1 and N2 is equal to N2. Okay, before swapping, let us write it. Printf before swapping, N1 is equal to percent D, N2 is equal to percent D. Similarly, yeah, N1 and N2. So before swapping, we print the values of N1 and N2, and after swapping, also we print values of N1 and N2. So, okay, so inside our main, we have printf. We tell user to print 2 integers, then we scan those integers. But now our pointer is not going to swap. We have to tell the computer to do this function now with integers a and b, because we have to swap integers a and b. So we have to call this function swap. So we will call function swap with input parameters a comma b. So this will tell computer that this function is to be called with input parameters a and b. So now a is passed as n1 and b is passed as n2. Since this function is called, pointer goes from here to here. When the temporary variable is declared, this statement is print on the screen. We do the swapping and the statement is print on the screen. Okay, let us print the values of a and b in our main also. So it will make it clear for you what is happening before swapping. A is equal to percent d and b is equal to percent d comma a comma b. Let's copy this and paste it here. I've wrote this many times after swapping. So now let us save this function. Let us save this program and build and run and see what happens. Okay, we have error here. Okay, I wrote int here by mistake. Let's save and build and run again. Okay, it is telling us to enter 2 integers to swap. So let's type 1 and 2. So before swapping, a is equal to 1, b is equal to 2. Okay, let's do something to make it look good. Enter 2 numbers. Solution. The program was too clumsy to see on the console. So let us make some better interface using /n, \n. So let us enter 2 variables to swap. Let us type 4 and 5. So a is 4 and b is 4 before swapping. Okay, like I said, a is passed as n1 and b is passed as n2. So n1 is 4 and n2 is 5. After swapping, n1 is 5 and n2 is 4. So those two numbers are swapped. But inside main, a and b are not swapped. What is really happening here is we are passing values at a and b to n1 and n2. We are not changing values of a and b, but we are changing values of n1 and n2. You see what is going on here? When we call swap a comma b, we are passing values at a to n1 and value at b to n2. So n1 and n2 are swapped, but a and b here are not actually swapped. So to solve this problem, we're gonna use pointers. Pointers deal with the memory locations. So If we change the value at memory location of A and memory location of B using some another function, then we will be able to solve this problem. So we will see that in the next video. So that is all for this video. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Make sure you subscribe and like the video. Thank you.